Well, a happy and holy, blessed Easter season to all of you. It's been great celebrating with my parish community in Brookline, Massachusetts. Full churches, standing room only. Wonderful, wonderful moments at both of our churches, at St. Mary's Church and St. Lawrence Church. What myself and many priests do after the final blessing, and probably a few days into the Easter octave, is we get on the phone and start talking to each other and do some, if you will, Monday morning quarterbacking. How was your Triduum? How was Holy Thursday, Good Friday, the Vigil? And see where things went very well, and maybe where there are some, say, liturgical faux pas. Say if someone would knock over the baptismal font at the Holy Saturday Vigil. I did that in the seminary as a master of ceremonies. And many other liturgical mishaps you can write books about these things. One of the big fears, though, oftentimes at, say, a large celebration at Christmas or Easter, even a large funeral or a wedding, is running out of Holy Communion. One tries to gauge how many people will be coming to the table on a given Saturday or Sunday, but oftentimes a Eucharistic minister will come up in a panic and say, I'm about to run out of Holy Communion. What do we do? Well, liturgical practice suggests that we start breaking them up. And it happens. And what a wonderful, as it were, problem to have, a fact that you have a packed church and people craving the bread of life. And in that little moment of panic in my own life, if I'm about to run out of Holy Communion, at ordination I said to myself, I've been gifted with many gifts of the Holy Spirit. The multiplication of loaves is not something that I've been given at this moment. Please, God, help me get through this. But the Lord provides. And we can look at the gospel today, and John is such a wonderful writer. The eye for detail that he has. There's significance of where this takes place. Jesus is teaching and healing throughout Galilee during the Passover season on a mountain, and he's having people recline. The crowd is there. There's a great deal of grass in the place. Why does he mention grass? Well, people find comfort in the fact that this is springtime, new life, new possibilities, the new life that only God can bring through his Son, Jesus Christ, to feed, unite, and give healing. And that's precisely what Christ has been doing throughout the Gospel of John, having these little signs of miraculous healing. And this is one of the turning points in John's Gospel. He looks to the disciples and asks them, where can we buy them enough food? He says we have to work with God firstly, not relying upon our own resources, but by God's gift of life given to us by us being created in his likeness, sharing the new life of baptism. And Philip is a little skeptical. Andrew recognizes the giftedness of the boy who brings loaves and a fish to the meal that day. Christ multiplies from what they offer to feed and unite this community. It's a very diverse community of at least 5,000 men reclining on the lush lawn on that day. What Christ does in and through this Eucharist we are privileged to celebrate today is the following. He reminds us that we are not alone. This Eucharist is of godly origin, and as is referred to in our first reading today, if it's from divine origin, from God, it will not be destroyed. The life given to us in the Eucharist has been celebrated for 2,000 years, and it is our duty and salvation to receive and celebrate these mysteries till Christ comes again. We are to cooperate with God's grace. We are invited to see the needs of others who are reclining with us on that big lawn of life, as it were. We are invited also to look inside of ourselves and see what we have to offer, bringing forth our giftedness to God for it to be multiplied, a God who unites, gathers, and feeds and heals us so that not one of us is going to be wasted.